Notability versus Noteshelf. Now first things first, if you guys did miss that video, I compared the iPad Pro versus a notebook. Now first things first, I want to mention the price. Both of these applications will cost you $10, and yes, I know it's expensive for an application, but you guys gotta understand, this is the only app you will need for your notebook. So no need to keep on buying notebooks over and over again. This is literally all what you need. Now of course, both of these applications will support the Apple Pencil. I highly recommend this thing. I love my Apple Pencil so much. This thing is magic. If you guys did miss my unboxing of the Apple Pencil, I'll throw a link in the description. So without further ado, let's talk about these two applications. I want to talk about the design, the interface of the application. Now you can change the interface for both applications. So you can go into settings, which is the gears down on the left, and then you can, go into the themes, change it into a dark mode. Now dark mode is the only free theme. You can do something like that to kind of colorize it, but you will have to purchase some themes. So you can preview it, you can see how it looks. Very basic, and the themes will run you $2, and I know it's a little expensive. They could have easily made it 99 cents, but it is what it is. So as for Noteshelf, there's really not that much going on. You can change the shelf theme, so you have orange, you have your green, khaki, aqua, graphite, and of course you can actually change the way how your notebook looks. So you can change it into like a simple design, your striped, your classic, your leather. It's so much. The list goes on and on and on and on. And to put the cherry on top, a lot of these things are free. So you can just tap on this and it'll download it. The leather covers, you have to pay for it, but you can't complain with that. So now that all of that is out the way, the design and the way how the app look, that don't matter. Let's talk about the features and let's talk about the functionality of each application. So first up, let's talk about Notability. Now, some of the features they have, you can create a text box, so you can literally tap anywhere and you can, add a text. You can even add your little emojis. And I do apologize, this iPad is running iOS 9, classical iOS 9. This iPad here is running iOS 10. Now, with the pen tool, this is where all the magic happens. You can have the one that's just straight. So it don't matter if I'm pressing on the screen hard or light, it's always going to be that same thickness. The other one, the pressure sensitive mode, it can go light, and if you push on it hard, look how bold it gets. So you might like it, you might not, but you have the options, you have the choices. Of course, you could pick the size, you could pick your color, you have your highlighting tool, you can have the same functionalities, you have the same thing. So same exact thing as the pen. Of course, you could change the way how it looks, the boldness, the color. When it comes down to the eraser, it's going to erase the whole segment of it. So you guys can see I just erased everything like that. So let's say you wrote something like that, but you kind of mess up your ending letter. You can't just delete that and that's it. It will delete the whole entire thing. So it could be a good thing, but also it could be a bad thing, because then now you have to rewrite the whole thing all over again. You also have your scissor tool. Now this is a very handy tool right here. So you can literally tap on that scissor tool, drag whatever text that you would like to move, and you can move it around. You can move it to the top, bottom. You can also resize it too if you like, twist it, whatever you like to do with it. Or you could just simply delete it. Now your hand tool is basically like with your finger. You can scroll up and down. Same thing with the Apple Pencil. You can do the same thing. Now the microphone feature, very handy. It's recording my voice right now. So if I'm writing down something, math 101 sucks. Or just math sucks. Math LOL sucks, okay. And basically that microphone picks up my voice. Feature, very handy. It's recording my voice right now. So if I'm writing down something, math 101 sucks. Or just math sucks. And you guys get the idea. So you can record your professor. Your professor might be talking about the final test or the final exam or a project, etc., etc. You can actually record your professor's voice, and as you're taking down the notes, it'll you know, pull back the notes that as you writing it down. It will basically repeat the same process. And of course, before I even switch, you can create your figures. I'm gonna just quickly make one real quick. You can make a square if you want. And of course, you can actually change, you know, you can add your stickers. So you have like a nice little sticky note there. So if you want to take like a little side note, you can do that. You guys can have some ideas. You can have the same thing but with lines. A grid, if you grabbing something on the side, you can type. The stickers is very, very handy. I didn't use it yet, but it is what it is. You have your web clip. So basically it's gonna take like a screenshot of whatever web page. So for example, Google, you tap on done, and it's gonna pull back that site of Google. Now you can't interact with it, it's like a screenshot. Most importantly, the paper. Now maybe you don't want to write something like this. You want to have like guided lines so it's easier to write. You can do that. You could change the paper type. You could change it to this, something beige, tan, purple. But I always like the white because of contrast. I like the black and the white. You know what I mean? It matches better. But something like this is gonna be hard to read. So if you have like a long list, 100 pages, you can scroll through like that very, very quickly. And yeah, that's pretty much Notability in a nutshell. I just wanted to go over that real quick. Damn, my battery's low. But now as for Noteshelf, you know, a lot of good features for Noteshelf. And I've been playing around with this for a whole month. I've been taking some summer classes. I've been playing around with Notability for you know, a whole semester, which is the spring. Same exact features. You have your pen tool, you have the pressure sensitive, you know, you have your levels, you have everything right there. Your highlighter, your eraser, your text. You even have your dedicated emoji tool. You can actually just tap whatever you like and it'll create the emoji for you. So very, very cool. I don't know, I don't really see myself using that too much, but it's there if you need it. And the same thing as Notability, you have your microphone feature, so you can record. So you can add a new recording if you like. So it's recording right now as we speak. So it does not pull back the same, you know, the writings that that pull back as you guys saw earlier. So you know, that could be a big deal breaker to you, but not to me. And you can see all your memos and stuff is right there on the fly. One feature I really do love about Notability is just this feature right now. So let me change my paper. I'm not liking how this paper looks. So let's say I'm writing down something, right? I don't know. Simply, you guys can see I'm pinching and zooming. SimplyPops is the. Let me put the. Yes, YouTuber. You see how easy I wrote that down? Now, yes, it's not the best handwriting, but you guys can see I'm pinching and zooming with my hand, and notice the app or the device is not detecting that my finger, like it knows the difference between your finger and the Apple Pencil. That's something that you won't find on Noteshelf, and I think that's a huge deal breaker for me. So I can't pinch and zoom because the application, it doesn't know between the Apple Pencil and look, it's thinking this is my palm right now, and I think they need to work on the palm rejection. Hopefully they can work on that, but that's a feature I really do love about Notability. Now another thing too, you can't make straight lines on this. So I tap and do this. Oops, I'm doing it wrong. Look, it makes a line for you, but you can easily make a triangle or whatever you need to right there on the fly, straight line. That's something that you can't do on Noteshelf. In terms of like organizing your notes, I would have to probably give it to Notability, but this is something that's your personal preference because look, with this you have to create a divider, right? Once you create that divider, then you got to create a subject, and then on top of that subject, you're going to need to create a note. So it's too much, and then you got to name that note. Well, you don't have to, but you know, it's too much. With this, you just create a notebook, and that's your notebook. So math is math. I don't need to create no kind of subject, divider, nothing. Everything's right there on the fly. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, that's my comparison between Notability versus Noteshelf. I can't pick a winner because I love them both. Noteshelf aims for like the most realistic approach for a notebook, so you know, it's kind of giving you that more realistic feeling. And Notability giving you those, you know, more features, but it doesn't really give you that traditional notebook feeling. And I love them both. I see myself flip-flopping between the two. Maybe one semester I might use Noteshelf and the other semester I might use Notability. And I think they sell like a screen protector, a glass screen protector that would make your iPad feel like a notebook. But let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think, and thumbs up on the video, share it with your friends. And other than that, it's your boy Pops, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. And yet again, shout out to Fluids Touch. Thank you so much for sending this application. It's not sponsored, they just sent it to me to review, and that's it.